up, everybody? This is Britt, and I'm excited to shoot another episode today. And I'm really excited for this one in particular because I know for a while I've talked to Mike. He's going to be joining me today. What's up, Mike?
What's up with it?
And what we've talked about is him always jumping on the podcast for multiple subjects. So today we finally get to dive in. He's going to share some of his background, what he's been up to. I mean, he's been killing it in his fitness and health journey. And so I think a lot of the stuff he'll talk about, I hope you'll take some good nuggets here from just his experience, what he's learned, and he has a ton of it. So, Mike, what's going on, man? How about you just share a little bit about yourself, your background, what you're up to these days?
So what's up? What's up? Well, I'm on vacation right now, or days off. So
Yeah.
That's great. So I'm just going to relax and stuff. But now my background in fitness is I've always just banging and clanging, just lifting weights, and started off more like bodybuilding stuff, and then got into strength and all that stuff, and then that's all I've been doing really. And then since y'all took over the reins here at Iron Roots, like everything's changed for me, man. And it's actually worked out for the best for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my job, I'm a truck driver, so I eat horrible on the road, so I had to change all that stuff. And, and life's been great, man. I just, been enjoying it.
Yeah. Nice, man. And so I know you said banging and clanging. Fitness goes back a while for Mike. And I can honestly say, even before I kind of got into this on a serious level, and I know Mike's been working out for a while. So how about you just share, your banging and clanging days, what you mentioned here?
Well, the banging and clanging to me is just you just throwing up the iron, load up the bar as heavy as you can. And, we usually go for about four sets, about 12 to 15 reps, as heavy as we can go. We'll start off. We don't even warm up, so there's a lot of shoulder injuries, leg injuries and stuff. But, it's always just about as much weight as we can. I guess ego lifting is what it is.
Yeah.
Try to stay safe as possible.
So when you were doing this, were you doing this in a gym or at home or kind of a mix?
No, it was always in a commercial gym.
Okay.
Always. I had a couple of training partners that I was with, and, they were really reliable. And so we just go and, load up the weight and let's go,
Gotcha.
So, but we would train body parts. So we go chest, and then next day we do arms and shoulders, legs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And so when you were doing all this, were you following a specific program, or were y'all pretty much designing your own program at the time?
No, it was pretty much, we design our own stuff, really.
Yeah.
So we take, we always did our own studies, on YouTube, or just looking up studies on the internet and stuff, and we would, okay, well, this might work and this might work. So we just put a lot of stuff together, and whatever worked out for us, So
Gotcha.
Mainly it was just, well, let's go 225 for 20 reps,
Yeah.
It's pretty much experimental with us, It's like I said, we just literally threw the weight up, and that was it.
Yeah.
There was no training regimen, no diet, no nothing. It was just eat to grow and lift to grow. That was pretty much all it was, man.
So I guess going back in your background, you're not from Lubbock, you're from Rawls, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Rawls, Texas.
Take us back, because I'm gonna just kind of fill in people that maybe that they don't know you, but Mike is married to JC. Obviously, JC's our head coach here. She's very involved. If you've seen JC, she's training all the time. She's very active, incredible coach. And so, Mike, y'all got married. What year was it that y'all got married? I know it's been a while.
Oh, man, you put me on the spot, man. I think it was 2011, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. So go back even before that. You went to Rawls. Did you play any sports in high school? What'd you do in high school?
Yeah, I did. I played basketball, football.
Okay.
A little bit of baseball. But I really got hit with the lifting bug was in football, and we did two-a-days we would lift and stuff like that. So,
Okay. And that's why I wanted to bring that up, is kind of when you started developing kind of just that love for lifting in general.
It was probably my sophomore, junior year in high school.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I just one day looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, might be onto something here, you know.
Yeah.
So I just started just lifting and lifting. I was always the small kid. I mean, I'm still small in stature, anyways. But like, I have a sister. She's like 4'9" or so.
Yeah.
And she was bigger than me at the time, man. So I was always tired of being the little guy and stuff. And
Yeah.
just one summer, man, I really got after it, and I grew several inches, and put on some muscle mass and stuff. So
Nice.
yeah,
Gotcha.
But we never really had fitness was never really a part when I was growing up, man. It was just workout. I mean, go to do our sport thing and then work out. We had a few coaches that inspired us to lift, but we never really got into it.
Kind of base level. What were y'all doing, like circuits and stuff? Like,
well, we did like just a regular deadlift, bench press, squats, and then they introduced us to some power cleans and. But it's pretty much stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of running,
A lot of running, yeah. Okay. So you, from Rawls, and then you've been living in Lubbock, ever since, right?
Yeah, since then, yeah.
Kind of the same here for me, just growing up in this area. And so you got into fitness, you started working out, and I wish I could show a picture of Mike, because when I met Mike, I think you were fully in your bodybuilding days.
Yeah.
When I first met you.
Yeah.
Touch on kind of, how much muscle you stacked on, man. Because I remember, just with your stature, when I met you, man, I was like, damn, who's this dude, And it kind of just that initial reaction of just, man, but you had a ton of muscle that you stacked on.
Yeah.
So kind of what was that transition of going through that process, stacking on that much muscle?
Well, before I did that, I was in a bad spot in my life and stuff like that. So I was like, I just stopped what I was doing and got my crap together. And I mean, I just started lifting heavy, man, taking some supplements and stuff. And I was dedicated my life to that. And when I met y'all, I was probably almost at my peak of how much muscle I put on and stuff. So I was, probably about 180 before I started lifting and stuff. And then when I came around, when you met me, I jumped up to like 220, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I always joke with JC. I was like, yeah, that's why you got with me, because I have muscles. It was probably my tight shirt that I had on. But anyways, but yeah, man, it was like at my peak, man. I could not stop lifting. It was just an addiction. It was a way for me to get away from my problems or whatever I had going on in life. And
yeah. And so you use fitness as an outlet there,
yes,
as a positive thing. And I mean, a lot of people do that, and I think it's a great option there.
Yeah.
And so. So you stacked on 40 pounds of muscle, and when you say your weight, this was like muscle, because
it was solid.
If you'd seen Mike back then, but so you got really involved in lifting, and what was I know you've kind of had a transition in your style of training from kind of that bodybuilding style to now mixing in some more running, and so. How about you fill us in kind of that transition and why you decided to do that in general?
Well, from that point on, JC was always, her and Vanessa were always trying new things, and then they step foot in Iron Roots. And so I was like, I would see stuff about CrossFit, and I was like, I would call it cross shit, because CrossFit has a bad rep, or especially when it first started,
Yeah.
And I jumped on that meme train, and I was clowning it, man. You know what I'm saying? But JC, y'all loved it. They got Vanessa got you involved and stuff, and I never really cared for it, And I would come and yell at JC during the competitions and stuff, and I would see, and I'm like, oh man, these guys are lifting like 95 pounds. I can do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 95 pounds is nothing at the time for me, so I never really wanted to do it. But then I wanted to support y'all whenever y'all took the reins over. And so I started doing it, but it was that I went to my doctor because I didn't feel good. And we have to do our normal yearly checkups or 2-year checkups for our CDLs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was in bad shape, man. I had high blood pressure. I was overweight. This is beyond, whenever you had first met me, I let myself go a little bit. And so she said, we're going to put you on high blood pills. I said, no, you're not.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you need to take them. Later on, it can get worse. I was like, well, no, I'm not going to take them.
Yeah.
She said, well, I better give you 2 to 3 months, and then you come back and see me immediately after, and we'll see where we go from there. I said, all right, cool. So I took them for like a month, but during that, I got after it here, man.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized like I needed to take better care of myself. And I will admit, on air that CrossFit changed my life, man.
Hey.
And it really did, man. Like it was crazy. Just in those 2 or 3 months that I did it, my health changed dramatically, man. And I felt fantastic. So that's how I got into it. And I don't want to say like I'm full CrossFit because I'll come when I can due to my schedule.
Yeah.
But it really did. I'll say it saved my life, man.
Yeah.
It really did.
That's awesome to hear, man. And I think like what you just mentioned before, where you see somebody lifting a weight that you could easily do, a few reps, but I think just throwing that intensity factor into it, that's really where the magic happens. That's really where your lung capacity, your heart rate, things like that. So I have to take it back, man, because I remember, and this was before we officially took over the gym, where Vanessa, well, like you said, Vanessa, JC, they drank the Kool-Aid first off, right?
Yeah.
And then so they dragged me into it, and somehow I started drinking the Kool-Aid. And then I remember, man, and I remember this like yesterday, but I remember, we would hang out, and we still do hang out real often, but always talking about like, man, this workout and CrossFit this and CrossFit. And I remember you just there like, do y'all just not ever not talk about CrossFit?
Dude, I think we were at Teddy Jack's when I said that, man. I remember it too, clear as day. Like, y'all have to understand, like, once you drink that CrossFit Kool-Aid and you hang out with nothing but CrossFitters, that's all they want to talk about. And this WOD and that WOD, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I don't understand like what an AMRAP is or what is a WOD,
Yeah.
And then, so I would get onto JC's like, is that all y'all talk about? And I even mentioned it to y'all, personally, but I never could get an answer,
Yeah.
So, but with the thing with Vanessa is, she, I know I got under her skin a lot because, she's very vocal. I'm very vocal as well, and she was like, well, why don't you do one of our lifts or our workouts, and I'll do one of yours, and stuff. And I'm yet to see her do one of my workouts, but she don't have to.
Hey, well, now you brought it back up, man. And actually, it's interesting because, you mentioned, CrossFit, and you said this, it changed your life. And I 1,000% believe in the methodology and the workouts. I believe in all that. But there are some things, too, that I disagree with. But now that you bring that up and more of, like, the bodybuilding stuff that you're going to be doing, targeting certain muscle groups and really to get more of just that very toned look, which, I think typically in CrossFit workouts, you're not doing a ton of that. So, and with NC Fit now, like, we're starting to incorporate more of that. We're still keeping the intensity. So the thing is, like, you need to bring that back up with her. And I think she'll be down. You be hard on her, man, about it. Because I do remember early on, it's so funny, dude. I just remember like it was yesterday.
It's hard for me to not go after Vanessa, but even because she gets so emotional, and I don't want to upset her because I don't want to see that side of her. Like she's gotten on to me before. Like it came up across on Facebook memory, and she posted something like, "Yeah, you need to do." Like I could just read her anger in her comment,
like about a workout or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It was long ago, but
that's funny, man.
But yeah, that's like going back to your question. Like my training style now is still I do a 3-day train split. I'll do chest, triceps, bicep, back, and then shoulder, or that's shoulders. That's 4 days actually. Shoulders and then legs alone.
Yeah.
And that's how I do now. But at the end of each workout, I'll throw in an AMRAP here and there, or I'll even do just a certain WOD. I'll just find something on the internet, or even whatever is on programs, which I have on the
right.
On the Spotify,
Yeah.
And I'd love to get my heart rate up and just something about it. Like I can do that lift, but when I want to get my heart rate up. Like I just want to hit that now.
Yeah.
Like I want to run. I want to see how. I don't know, man. I just want to get. I'm addicted to it now, man.
Yeah.
So I find it boring now sometimes when I'm doing my regular lifts, my 3-day splits, and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, let me throw in a kettlebell flow in between while I'm resting or something, So I just have to stay moving, and that's what I'm addicted to now. I like the bodybuilding stuff. I want to get a certain physique, but I'll never get to that point. You know, you're never satisfied.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if how CrossFit is or whatever, but I'm never satisfied with certain lifts that I do or certain body part. Like, oh, this looks good, that looks good, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I know JC, JC's very addicted to CrossFit, man. And it's hard to, I tell her, like, she wants to do pull-ups or muscle-ups. Well, let's do back training.
Yeah.
I was trying to get her to incorporate some of my style of lifting.
Right.
Because when I come here, I can feel like, oh, I'm strong here, but my cardio, I need to build my cardio more.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I'm getting my strength back, but I can also hang on cardio.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture of both.
Right.
Almost like a hybrid athlete.
Yeah.
It feels fantastic, man.
Yeah.
That's
right
why
on.
I kind of people need to do more of that style of training, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, like CrossFit, high intensity, that mixing weightlifting training with that high intensity. So yeah. But no, what you mentioned too, like, I know some of that accessory work, man, it's not, the sexiest thing to do.
It's not fun, man.
But man, when you put in that work, it does go a long way to where, if you learn the skill about it, that's one thing, but you got to develop that strength, to actually perform some of those movements. So I love how you threw that in there. Some of that accessory work, it gets overlooked, but man, it goes such a long way though.
It really, really helps, man. I'm telling you, like, so when we did the games, I think it was the last one we had to do like chest to bars and stuff. I felt so weak, man. But that was when I was dieting.
Yeah.
And now that I'm still dieting or whatever, but I'm building more strength up. And today when we did this morning's workout, I felt fantastic, bro.
Yeah.
I felt really good. I got a good night's rest, and I could run, dog.
Yeah.
I love running, man. You know what I'm saying? So it helped out a lot.
Nice. All right. So you went to the doctor. They gave you 3 months?
Yeah, she gave me 3 months, and I took myself off after a month.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like any type of medication.
Yeah.
I don't like how I felt taking them, but I know it's something that I need, So,
yeah.
And I lost about 20 pounds, I think.
20 pounds during that process?
Yeah. And I went back, and she's like, wow, who are you? Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, whatever. I want to get off these meds,
Right.
They took my blood pressure and they did some other stuff, and she's like, you whatever you did, keep doing it,
Yeah.
So she never asked what I did or whatever, but it was, ladies and gentlemen, it was CrossFit.
There you go. There you go.
For sure.
Well, nice. All right. So, and that's when you went from like the bodybuilding, and then you said there's a short, brief time in there where you weren't maybe training as consistently. You went to the doctor, started training again, and then all of a sudden, man, you just turned into like this runner. Like, what was up with that? Like,
again, dude, I went to the doctor on a checkup. I go to the doctor at least twice a year.
Yeah.
I try to, anyways. They'll do some blood work and stuff, and I get a call and they say your liver enzymes are high, and whatever that means. I don't ever explain nothing. So I'm like, oh, in my head, I'm like, well, shit, I got two months to live.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, you quit drinking and quit smoking as much. I was like, well, I do neither.
Yeah.
I've been sober for 4 years, and so I was like, well, it sounded bad to me. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna run.
Yeah.
Incorporate more running, less lifting, and so I have a home gym. I have a treadmill, and I jumped on the treadmill, and I don't stop, dude. I'll run for like an hour and a half nonstop.
Yeah. And how often do you run now?
Now, I'm only running about 3 days a week.
Okay.
Before I was running full 7 days.
Yeah.
Hour and a half every day. Bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
But really, like, other than the doctor's news, like JC and I were on vacation, and we were doing some hiking and stuff, and I was so dead, bro. I was so dead.
This is when y'all went to Hawaii, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I was so dead, man. And and I was looking as I was going up, and I'm huffing and puffing, like, man, I gotta get back into it.
Yeah.
But I would look up to the side, and there's another male standing there. And then you go a little higher.
Another guy?
Yeah, there's another guy standing there. So everywhere I look, like, all these guys are standing there, they're out of shape, and all these girls are zooming up, So shout out to females, man. They already endure a lot with their bodies and stuff, but, they just...
Damn, so put you to shame on the mountain, huh?
For sure, man. JC took off. She was trying to stay with me. But I
Yeah.
said, man, just go, man. Just
Yeah, and I think wasn't that the same day there was wasn't it a tribute workout, like,
oh yeah,
because it was the steps, right?
yeah. It was a Veterans Day.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because I remember in here in the gym we did that workout with, man, I think it was 1,000, man, and I can't think
It
of
was like a box up, step ups.
yeah,
or
step
something like
ups,
that.
and
Yeah.
I think it's 1,000.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But man, so y'all did it out there, which
Yeah.
man, that's cool. And I mean, the Veterans Day workouts are always
Yeah.
always incredible, and then stand for so much.
For sure, man.
So no, that's cool. And then man, now I know you know how just how consistent you've been with your fitness. And we just had a challenge here in the gym, the 40-day challenge to start the
Yeah.
year off. This was in January.
Yep.
Mike actually won the challenge.
Yeah.
So take us through what in your just kind of in your own words, the 40-day challenge, what you incorporated, kind of what you were sticking to, and kind of your fitness regimen. Then
Yeah. So after we got back from vacation, I'm gonna step a little before that. But
Yeah, okay.
When we got back from vacation, like I didn't feel right. Like I don't want to say depressed because that's, you know, people really go through that shit. But I was
Just like
down,
a
I was
funk?
down and out, man.
Yeah.
Like nothing could get me going. And when we got back, like this E.40 came up, and I was like, perfect.
yeah,
I'm gonna take off, right? So we get it started, and I told myself we're going strict. So I went on a strict diet. I did. I kept my protein was about 200 grams. Fat kept it under 50 grams, and my carbs were under 100
Yeah.
grams. And man, like I don't want to say it was easy, man, but I fell in love with it, dude. Like it came easy to me.
Yeah.
Because I have dieted before and I've weighed my food before, and but this one, man, I'm on another level right now. With
Yeah.
it, man. Like I continued to do the 40, but
Oh, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna stop you real quick because on the 40, I'm gonna just explain what that involves. So, with the 40-day challenge, it was challenge you to do something with your nutrition. There wasn't anything specific in there, and based on your level, you could go, you know, strict, or you know, maybe you make one small change.
Yeah.
So that was the nutrition side. The other challenge was to get up 40 minutes early or go to sleep 40 minutes earlier. And technically to try and do something productive in that extra time.
Yeah.
And then there was also working out 40 minutes a day.
Yeah.
And this didn't necessarily mean that you had to do like an intense workout. I mean, it could even be walking, jogging, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, which was kind of a curveball in any challenges that I've seen, was the clean sink club.
Right.
So, which was more of a building a habit. You know, that was the biggest thing about it. So that was kind of the challenge for it, and it was 40 days long, obviously. So kind of go back to your nutrition, obviously, and most people that, you know, doing a little more strict where you can dial in a little more what you were consuming, right?
Yeah. So I was on, like I said, I kept trying to keep my protein high. So I was going for the lean meats, turkey, pretty much just turkey, really. The lean ground beef.
Yeah.
I'll throw in a steak and a lot of chicken. My carbs, I quit. I stopped eating bread. I love pasta and pizza, so I stopped that
For 40 days.
Yeah. So, but I would get a craving, like I craved pizza, so I made a healthy version of pizza.
Oh yeah.
It was fantastic, by the way. But you know, I eat the same thing all the time. I eat a lot of like tacos.
Yeah.
It was just the carbs in the tortilla, the corn tortillas.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed those carbs rather than bread or the pasta or whatever, any kind of carb, and it kept them under where I needed to be. So I would just throw eggs in the tortilla.
Yeah.
Or I would throw chicken, or it was always tacos.
Just whatever your protein fix was, because you cut out that bread, huh?
Yeah.
And then the pizza dough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't really eat dairy. I would eat like fat-free cheese. Everything I eat is fat-free.
Yeah.
Every single thing. And I would take a green supplement. I don't eat greens. Sorry, Vanessa. But I
was about to say, where's the veggies,
yeah,
man?
I don't eat veggies, man.
Well, you're hearing it from Mike that it's possible to step up your game in nutrition and not have to eat a ton of vegetables.
It really is. It really is. But I highly suggest if you eat veggies, eat them. Eat as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because they're really low in calories. So and then also my thing was a calorie thing too. So I would stay in like almost 1,000 calorie deficit. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. So there was, and it was funny because. My mother-in-law, our mother-in-law, She's like, "Oh wow, you're so skinny. Are you starving yourself?" I was like, "Nah, it was crazy because I would eat so much,
Yeah.
dude. I would eat so much, but it was, I would say, under the calorie deficit. So it's called calories in, calories out. Is
Right.
what I do. And well, I was eating so much, but my calories were so low
Yeah.
that it allowed me to lose as much weight as I did. And my goal was to lose 25 pounds, but I ended up losing like 23, 24.
Yeah.
But
Which is crazy because I mean that's in 40 days. I mean, so
Yeah.
that's incredible.
yeah, but staying on the strict diet and avoiding the BS, because like, with Braylee in the house, there's candy.
You got a ton of snacks and
Man, dude.
that's all the good stuff
That's
there.
that's the hard part, dude. Because I love candy. I love ice cream, man.
Yeah.
So every now and then I'd go and buy me like a Halo Top, and I'd just chug that whole pint.
Yeah.
I'd just tear it up. But the Halo Top is like 330 calories.
Yeah.
Per pint. Instead of
Gotcha.
the Ben and Jerry's, it's like 1,200. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So on your nutrition side, it sounded like you had a really good handle on all that and knew the portions you needed and the amount and all that good stuff. So fitness wise, what did you do fitness wise during that 40 days?
I would always start off running. It was always 10-minute warm up, and then I would take off at least at like a 6 pace, and I would run and run until it got boring. So I'd jump up the pace, but I always put like a TV show on or something.
Yeah.
And I would run for like an hour and a half, and almost immediately I would jump into like a kettlebell flow, or just a little bit of lifting here and there, and I would throw in an AMRAP or so, So
Yeah.
but it wasn't always just the running. I tried to keep a little bit of my muscle mass that I had before. I knew I was gonna lose it.
Yeah.
It was like you're gonna lose some muscle whenever you're losing weight.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try to stay a little toned as much as possible.
Gotcha.
But that wasn't my goal. My goal was to lose weight.
Yeah. For that challenge in particular.
Yeah, that was my goal, and man, I'm glad I did it because, man, I feel really good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 40 days, man, it was pretty effective for you.
Very, very effective for me.
And now, and Mike, obviously won the challenge because he was able to complete the task every day. And then, obviously on his weight loss, it was by far the most out of everyone. But it's just to show you that with consistency, and I mean, discipline is the hardest thing.
Yeah,
I think,
sure, man.
for anything.
Yeah.
And just sticking with that for 40 days, man, you showed what you could do in 40 days, which was, I mean, it was eye-opening and incredible, man. And I know you motivated a ton of people here in the gym just with that, what you could do in just short amount of time like that. So,
I'll tell you what, though, man, like, I probably wouldn't have been able to do as well as I did if I didn't see, that little water fight thing that we had.
Yeah.
And I would see, like, I saw Amber was on top. I was like, yo, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Shots fired.
Or I would see Angelica. I was like, nope, you're not going to. At the end of the day, I wanted to always be at the top spot. So shout out to everybody that did it.
Yeah.
And because they actually really pushed me to do, and I'd see Saul on there. And,
yeah, Saul was up there as well.
Yeah, so I would, if I would see myself in third or fourth, and that's because I didn't put none of my stuff in yet, but I was like, oh, hell no. So I'd jump on the treadmill real quick. And this is because I would do it like, I would run like 2 or 3 times a day, man.
Yeah.
At an hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
That's how, like, they motivated me because I felt like, oh, they're doing more than me.
Yeah.
So I have to do more than them. So
Step up your game.
for sure, man. Yeah.
So how was the Clean Sink Club?
Oh man, it wasn't that bad. I hate doing dishes, man.
Yeah.
I hate it, but it really wasn't that bad because JC was doing it as well. So
Yeah.
she usually took care of the dishes. But I in place of that, I have a bad habit of when I take off my clothes, I just throw them there
Just wherever.
on the floor.
Yeah.
And, whatever. But I pick that junk up. So I hardly do it anymore.
Yeah.
The Clean Sink Club, JC's. I clean it because I'm still trying to stay with good habits or whatever.
Yeah.
But I hate dishes, bro.
Right. I'm the same way, man.
Yeah.
And that was, dude, I'll be honest, like for the challenge, I didn't fare that well. The fitness side, it was pretty close. We took a trip, so that kind of we traveled there during that time, so it kind of affected a little bit, but man, the Clean Sink Club, that was one thing that we were able to really develop a habit, and we continue to do now. And so now the next one, man, is laundry, like you mentioned.
Oh yeah, man.
And it's just a tall task, man.
It really is.
So,
like, it just, and I also have a bad habit of when I wash clothes, throw them in the dryer. They'll sit in my dryer for like a week, and I have to, it's just a habit. I got to,
just do it.
As soon as they're done, got to put them away, man. It's just laundry.
Man, we share the same struggles. I'm the exact same way, and I get yelled at on the daily of just having my clothes are everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm working on it, man. I'm not quite there, but it's in progress. So
at least you're just try, man. Just try.
Right.
Yeah. So you don't get yelled at too much, man.
So you did your 40 days, and I know we were talking right before we started recording, but you're on like actually kind of resetting, huh? And another 40 days.
I'm actually almost done with the second. I think it's the end of this week.
Yeah.
I'll be done with my second 40. And I don't have to, my EOE 40, but it just helps me in mind. It's just something that, I have to do it, or it's just, it's just something I do within myself. So if you're, just find something that works for you.
Yeah.
That's really the thing.
Yeah. So I'm curious, you're thinking more, it's more of a mental thing to give you like 40 days. It's so short to where, you're not like, hey, this is like 3 months or 6 months or like a year, a year's bad to plan like, hey, I'm going to do this in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it doesn't be hard to stick with. But so you're saying like 40-day chunks have really helped you just really, mentally kind of dial in.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one, and so after this one, I'm going to jump immediately to the next one.
Yeah.
So it helps me a lot, man. Like you find something that works for you. Like these 40-day chunks are helping me. So, but with this 40, I relaxed a lot.
Yeah.
My diet didn't go to crap, but I still eat healthy and stuff. But this next one it's like putting it all together because I did a lot of lifting in this last 40, and I put on a little bit of muscle mass or whatever I lost, and then with this next one, I'm going to put it all together, and so hopefully, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, nice, man.
But I don't want to set a goal like, I'm going to look like this and that. But I'm hoping for big results.
Yeah. Well, it's always day at a time, being consistent. And it adds up over time. So.
And that's what I like the Waterfy app, dude, because I can look at the workouts and. Like I said, with my schedule, I can't be here all the time.
Right.
Probably some of the members don't even know where the hell I am.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I'll do them at the house. You know? That's what my advantage is, having a home gym.
Right.
So.
And you got a sweet little setup. What do you have, just real quick? Like,
I have a wall rack. I have like 400 pounds of weights, a treadmill, a bike, some kettlebells, barbell. Bench, all that regular stuff.
So you can, I know you mentioned the app and seeing the workouts, so you can do majority of all what's programmed, if not tweak stuff here and there. But for the most part, you can do those at home, which is cool, man. And it's very convenient as well, like you said, for your schedule. And that's something, I tell people to utilize, man, that NC Go. Like if you can't make it in the workout, like not even the other programs, NC Go in general. And those are a lot of workouts we were doing during lockdown. And usually it just requires like a set of dumbbells or.
Even if you don't have that, like get a backpack and fill it with books or rocks or something.
Right.
Make it heavy so you can have, that's a kettlebell.
Yeah,
it's pretty much a kettlebell, so you can move with it, So, but it's just improvising. Like that's one thing of having a garage gym is like you have to improvise because you don't have a lot of the equipment that they do at the commercial gyms.
Right.
So I have to improvise with a lot of stuff that I do.
Yeah.
Bands you get you a set of bands, man, and bands will work your butt off, man, for sure.
Yeah. I definitely think almost the number one underestimated tool you can use because.
What's that, bands?
The bands, because I was telling myself the other day when we went out of town, like, man, I need to give me just like 3 bands to travel with, just so in case I can't make it to the gym. Even just to do some stuff in the hotel room or whatever with bands. And, they're light. You can wrap them up, whatever, stuff it in a bag. Yeah. So, that's something I've recently learned just working with those and how effective they are.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I do want to transition over because I know you said a bulk of your training when you started was like in a commercial gym. What's your experience like kind of experiencing that and then going into like a small group setting like here in the gym?
Yeah, so I've been in commercial gym. My brother Paul used to call me a a gym hoe, or because I would jump from gym to gym. I would try to find a gym that I felt comfortable in. And I'm the type of person, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm gonna go and get my workout on, and whatever you think about me, I could care less. And but I really enjoyed it because all the equipment they had. But I started phasing out, man, because of course in the gym you got mirrors and stuff, and just people are yelling for no. I mean, you have 135 on the bench, and you're like, "Whoa!" Come on, man. You get up and you're like looking in the mirror, and like, I don't use the mirrors for that. I use the mirrors for like look at my technique or whatever, and maybe I need to grow here or there, whatever that I was doing at the time. But I just got sick of it, man. And now people just they're on their phones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, man, are you almost done with this? I need this. Yeah, I got like 4 sets, and they're just
yeah.
I mean, get your ass off the phone, man. I got to work.
Yeah.
I took it when I go to the gym. I work. It's my second job. I'm here to work and get out. That's it. But I had to get out because it was toxic for me, bro, and I didn't like it. And then when I started coming here, I still had a little chip because I don't really talk to people. And then slowly I started talking to people, and I love the people here, man. It's fantastic. Like you don't have to worry about what anybody thinks about you. I never do anyways, but if you're coming to this setting, everybody's friendly. And like these are my gym people now, I think. Like it was always me and my workout partner, or me by myself, and just with my headphones on or earbuds, and I was zoned out to what I was doing in a commercial gym. Well, here now you got to listen to the coach, which I have a bad habit of not. Sorry.
Yeah.
But man, but yeah, it's fantastic, man. The atmosphere, everybody, you feel, I don't want to say loved, but you feel their energy.
Kind of feed
positive.
off of it. Yeah.
It's all positive energy, man. Like as to when I was going, or before when I stopped going to the gym, commercial gym, like I hated it. I started to hate it, so.
Yeah. And I know, especially in a group setting, I know group fitness isn't for everyone too, but I know it can be intimidating in any gym setting when you're walking in and just how that feels, like maybe you don't know anyone. And then you're working out in front of other people. Sometimes that is very intimidating.
It really is, man. And
people.
The thing, too, is if you're new to fitness, or even if you're not new to fitness, like you can look at a lot of stuff on YouTube. You say, I want to start a gym membership. And then you go and you're like, man, I feel stupid doing whatever I learned from this video. And the gym culture is very toxic. Nobody will come up to help you or even correct your form or anything like that. As to you come here, you have coaches that are very knowledgeable of what's going on, and then you have other people that are helping you, like, yo, like you can do this. So I would pick this atmosphere over a gym. Easy 100%, because like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, you already have everything programmed for you.
Right.
And the coaches are fantastic. They'll help you with whatever you need. You know, just ask questions, and then the other people are there to help you as well.
Yeah, kind of push you, motivate you.
For sure, man.
Yeah. And that's something I struggle with when I had a gym membership, like a commercial gym membership. Of course, man, I wasn't nearly involved as much as you were, but I never knew what to do, man.
Yeah.
I never knew.
And most people don't. That's the thing. Most people, they'll okay. It's usually at the beginning of the year they'll go say they're True Fit and start a membership, and then a month later they stop. So then you continue to pay this membership for what?
Yeah.
You wanted to focus on your health, but then you get intimidated by what's going on, and you just back off, and your money's just keep being thrown away.
Right. Yeah.
As to here, it's on an app, and if you want to come to the class, come to the class, and everybody's here, just positive energy, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I've never been that way either, bro. I've always been to myself an angry dude. Like when I lift, like I said, I take it very serious, man.
Yeah.
Like when me and Paul would work out and he would lift light.
Yeah.
I say, man, pick that,
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We're not here to play. Put some more weight on there, whatever. And I was always angry. I'm happy now.
You're happy. You're a happy lifter now. Not an angry lifter.
I'm like I was telling JC, like, I'm excited about it. I'm excited to work. I'm excited. Like when I come here, I'm excited. Some people may like, oh man, he looks like an asshole or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm really friendly people. And but yeah, man, I love it. I love it's just the atmosphere is what I love. But I will say this: if Iron Roots, if any of the members are in a competition, everybody's out there. I hate everybody that's not Iron Roots.
Then the angry Mike comes back out, competitive Mike.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. So now that you kind of gone back and forth with your style of fitness, what's some things that you're looking forward to now, kind of for the rest of the year?
Well, I'm looking to continue the 40 challenge, or this challenge to myself, of course. But I don't know, man. Like I want to do more. I want to learn some more Olympic lifts. I hate doing stuff overhead, but I like the overhead squat. It's very beneficial for that. But I just I want to learn more Olympic lifts.
Yeah.
I want to be stronger. I want to attend class more. But I will not do kipping, bro.
we were joking about this just earlier. So we had a class where it was actually practicing on kipping, and we were discussing just everything involved in that. So there's no there's no hate on that, man. It can be very beneficial depending on the context you're using.
And this you see when CrossFit first came out, like we were talking earlier, and you see these movements, you're like, oh man. So stupid.
Yeah.
But some of them are beneficial, but the kipping is not. I don't see the reason for it. I'd rather do strict pull-ups.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. If you can do strict, for sure. So, you have any fitness events kind of in mind? Are you doing any 5Ks or anything?
No, man. I really want to, man. I really want to, but I don't know, dude. Like my competitiveness, dude. If it's something like that environment, I will not allow myself to have fun.
Yeah, no fun runs.
I'll ruin it. I will ruin it for myself, And right now, like I said, I'm loving this journey that I'm on now. It's a different path for me, so I don't want to ruin it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to do the toughest nails, and we got some good athletes here that I could do it with. But man, dude, I'm telling you, dude, like a competitive environment for me is not good.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'll think about it.
Yeah. So for more mentally, it might be best just to kind of stay away with it.
Yeah, because I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to ruin it for myself. I'm really enjoying it right now. Maybe later on if I decide to, but I definitely could do the running. I have the cardiovascular for it.
Oh yeah, man.
I just like I said, I don't want to ruin it, man. I'm having too much. I've never had fun like this before. Never, man. I feel fantastic.
See, fitness can be fun,
right? It can be. It can be, man. I was always in this like the Hulk, man. Just you know what I'm saying? And but it's what's awesome about it is like now that I'm having fun, I'm seeing better results. Yeah, it's crazy. I was so focused and angry, and I was like, I need to do this, I need to do that. But I've let it go, and I've been enjoying myself, and I'm seeing awesome results, physically and, mentally.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And I think that's a point where everybody strives to get to, and knowing, and I tell people all the time that it should be something you're looking forward to, that you get to do. Your body's capable of doing some of these things.
It's a privilege that we get to work out, dude. Like, and people that I don't want to say don't, or they're I highly suggest they get to move and just walk. Just go walking somewhere, because, man, by the time when you go to the doctor, it's too late.
Yeah.
You get this news like, oh, man, I don't want to hear that.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, you only live once, and, you go and do some dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But if you stay healthy, try your best to stay healthy all year round, like, that's the benefit is living.
Yeah.
That's the reward is living.
Yeah, for sure.
So people need to they take it for granted, man.
Yeah.
So get out there, people. Get out there, do move.
Yeah.
Just move. Just go for a walk. Do something. If you want to get in the gym, I highly recommend Iron Roots. And if you want to go somewhere else, go somewhere else. But just get to moving, man.
Just do something, right?
Just do something, man. 'Cause they got some awesome coaches here, great programs. So.
Well, awesome, dude. Well, I think that's going to be our time today. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to wrap up? I'm actually surprised. I will say, man, I feel a little bad that this is the first time that you're on the podcast. How long it's been? Because the thing is with Mike, man, we talk about so much stuff all the time, and we talk about the podcast, and so I was really excited for this one because I know it's been a long time coming, and I thought, what better way to really highlight, man, you've been killing it, dude, with your health and fitness, and then just on the back of this 40-day challenge of how powerful that was for you. And man, I know, and I'm looking forward to more podcasts that we'll have Mike on here. He has a wealth of knowledge, man, and he's done it, which I highly respect, Mike, because he's not coming in and telling you to do stuff he hadn't already done, and his results show for it, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like I tell JC, like, man, I have all this knowledge. I kind of want to get out. I kind of want to venture into personal training. You know, we've discussed that before, but man, it's amazing, dude, the way I feel.
Yeah.
And I want people to feel what I'm feeling, and that's what I want, you know. And I kind of get upset with my family because they'll ask me, "Oh man, what did you do to lose this weight? Or what did you do? And I tell them, and you see them stuffing their, like, come on, man.
They're like, no, I don't want to do that.
They don't take the advice. Yeah. Like, you ask for advice, take the advice.
Right.
You know? So I don't know why you didn't have me on sooner. I think Vanessa just like, oh man, he's so vocal. I don't want him to say something dumb, because I do have a potty mouth every now and then, but it's just, I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah.
It was fun. I'm excited. I was excited for it when you asked me to do it, man.
Yeah, man. And like I said, I'm looking forward to some other ones because, there's just really not enough time right now where we can dive into everything. But
yeah, there's a lot of info that we can get into. But.
So some future podcasts to come with Mike. So, man, I want to thank you again for taking some time out of your day, especially on your vacation, man. Yeah. Even more.
Yeah. Well, first day I usually don't do nothing, but I have a lot of work I need to take care of.
So awesome, man. Well, that's gonna do it for this one, and I guess we will talk on the next one.
For sure.